We're on the way to Oatman, which is near the border it's in Arizona, near the border of California and Nevada. And it's very famous for, it's an old gold mining town, but it's very famous for a famous historic incident when Clark Gable and his new wife, I think that was Carol Lombard, my memory's not very good, they stayed there for the honeymoon night. I don't know if they've been married in Vegas or what, but this was, of course, a long time ago, 70 years at least. And they have this battered old hotel in Oatman, which you will soon see. I stayed in the room once. You have to pay a bit extra to stay in that particular bridal room, and there's no running water in the room. I mean, there may be by now, but you got a jug of water and the toilet down the hall. Doesn't seem like a great honeymoon vacation, but I guess in those days. But Oatman is very cute, as you will also soon see. Some years ago, for one of the insight guides, I worked on 25 different insight guides, but I did a whole chapter on Route 66, which I crossed at length, and of course most of it is now subsumed by other more modern highways, but every now and then you come across little stretches of Route 66, most of which fully exploit what they are or were, with all kinds of trinkets and souvenirs, and boasts about how they're one of the original Route 66 cafes and all the rest of it. And when you're going through northern New Mexico, and when you're on the way to Flagstaff, there are whole stretches of Route 66 which actually parallel the side of I-40. In fact, they're only maybe 50 yards away from I-40, but those are just the barren stretches on which there aren't any cafes or anything like that. But there are many parts of I-66 which are really interesting to see. It's just that if you're trying to follow it across the country, it takes a bit of doing, because you constantly find that it's disappeared. Little sign back there calling this the scenic route. It's the approach to Oatman, and I guess you can say it was scenic. It's pretty barren apart from the mountains sticking up. Those are the mountains we're going to have to go across to get into California. It's a very twisty and turny road, and most of the traffic signs are 15 miles an hour, but that's a bit unrealistic. I mean, how many people are going to go 15 or 20 miles at 15 miles an hour? I've been going about 25, which is quite safe. 10 miles per hour on bad bends, it says. Some of the old gold mines are still active. Anyway, after you negotiate all those bends and curves for most of the 22 miles off I-40, here's the top of Oatman's main street. Route 66 runs right through it. Anyway, it says 2,700 feet, founded about 1906, but in the most of the mines were closed. And well, last time I came here, burros were first used by the miners. And last time I came here, the burros were in the main street and they were just wandering around. But there don't seem to be any around today. They are wild, and you're warned to keep away from them. You can see down there the famous Oatman Hotel that Clark Gable stayed in with his new bride. Critters and stuff. The stores have quaint names and quaint signs for sale. There's staged gunfights for the entertainment of tourists, but that's not all. Here's a truck with an interesting license plate. And this place really appeals to bikers with its wild reputation. Death of the American dollar, how the West was lost. Gold mines closing, government order. 1942. Free enterprise. Don't tread on me. It's popular with the Tea Party, I would imagine. This place. The Ore House, with a picture of a lady in skirts at the side. If you see a burro with this sticker on its head, don't feed it. They will choke to death. Don't take the sticker off its head. Of course, it has a wooden sidewalk like most old western towns. And I don't know who lives up there, but maybe the king of Oatman. And once you get to the bottom of Main Street and go past Arizona Girls, that's pretty much it for Oatman. Next week will be the big celebration, I guess. This is a place where you can inject yourself into an ancient photograph. But like a lot of places, it's closed. It's only about 10 in the morning and everything's closed. At this end of town there's a welcoming sign. I doubt this will come out properly, but it's the best I can do. Okay, that's fine, thanks. Carved signs made to order, such as we're a drinking club with a motorcycle problem. We got our kicks on Route 66 at Oatman, Arizona. John and Judy want you to know it's 5 o'clock somewhere. There's that big house dominating the town. I was so looking forward to getting my morning espresso, and the place is closed. Oh, there's finally a wild burro in the street. So Barbara, I'll keep my money, guns and freedom, you keep your change. Okay. What's your name?
Alright.
Your name?
You got it?
Yeah, what's your first name?
My first name is Jim.
Okay, Jim. Thank you. Can't bring a gun into this place, though. Oddly enough, people sign dollar bills and leave them stuck above the door. Isn't that odd? The Oatman Hotel is closed, but looking inside, there it is. I remember going upstairs to my room, Abel Lombard, honeymoon suite.
Excuse me.
Jackass Junction, Oatman. The ghost town that refuses to die. That was what they called it, of course, the Mother Road. One's coming right past the car. In fact, he's looking in. There's a couple more just ahead. I guess they're like everything else in town. They don't wake up and get up until later in the morning. Coffee shop's still closed, general store still closed, hotel still closed, and it's now past 11. Hello, you little beauty. Right outside the Oatman Hotel, looking right in at me, look. Oh, I'm glad I was here long enough to see their arrival. Oatman without burros is just not open at all. They move slowly across the road as you approach. But after this one, I'll be out of town. And as you leave Oatman, this is the view. More mountains. I used to be doing a show every week, but I've been getting lazy in the last year or two, and I usually only do them when I go away. I used to be on public access in Ojai, but due to the idiocy of the local council, they allowed Time Warner to drop public access, so hence my show is only on my website. I don't take the trouble to find any other public access place, but there are lots and lots of shows on file. China, Japan, Costa Rica, Vietnam, just all kinds of places if you want to search for them. Just look under Wait a Minute.